Ready, set up.
Yeah, so when I was told I was with Coach Austin, and he let me know, and I've talked to Coach Free since, but they were just telling me that I need to be ready, and that the coaches had agreed that I had a good camp and graded out well, and so ultimately they're gonna prepare me like I'm gonna be the starter. So I want to just continue to work hard and continue to listen to what they're telling me to do.
You weren't the most highly recruited quarterback. Do you feel like you kind of got something to prove?
No doubt, I definitely do. I definitely have a lot to prove. As you said, I wasn't super highly recruited. And, as I was heading to Liberty with Coach Free, I think they knew, but I definitely feel like there's a lot to prove and a lot that I need to show all of college football what I can do.
What was it about Coach Freeze, Coach Austin, about those guys where you had a good opportunity to go with your high school coach team to be obviously, where you decided, hey, I want to stick with them, keep going with them and go to Auburn?
Yeah, I think one thing I've been taught is to put myself in uncomfortable positions, and that may seem a little odd, obviously, when you're choosing your college, but playing in the SEC is a different level, and that's something that I want to challenge myself with, and be able to, I think, obviously grow more playing at the highest level that you can in college football. And so I definitely felt like I was capable of that. And obviously Coach Freeze and Coach Austin have something that not a lot of coaches have. And Coach Freeze, his authenticity is off the charts, and that's something that you don't get in college football. These coaches, they'll say whatever they want you to hear in recruiting, but with Coach Freeze, he's real, and he'll tell you exactly what he feels. And so, and then with Coach Austin, he's a one of a kind. He's, in my mind, the smartest QB coach in all of college football. And he is known for developing quarterbacks really well. So just super excited and blessed to be able to be with them.
You said that you thought to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Where did that kind of come from?
Yeah, as y'all were talking about Coach Dilfer, that's something that he taught me in high school. And he taught me that you don't grow when you're comfortable. And you have to step out of your comfort zone and get put in positions where you are uncomfortable, and that's where you grow the most, is in those uncomfortable positions. And so from a football aspect, there's many different ways that you can put yourself in those uncomfortable positions, and coaches specifically help you by putting you in uncomfortable positions, not making you comfortable and making you feel like you have to grow in those situations.
I think you may have said this. What are some specific things that when they said, hey, you're going to be quarterback too, what if they told you, hey, we like what you're doing in camp, these are cool things we think you're doing really well, and maybe one or two things that you say, I still need to get better at?
Yeah, I think they mentioned they love that I graded high out on the deep balls, just being able to, be successful in the passing game, in the drop back game, and just really anytime we're passing. But they said I graded out well in those. And then one thing that I need to work on specifically is protections, just mastering the protections, getting on the same page with the O-line, and getting myself protected on whatever play.
How hard is it, and you probably haven't had to do it very much, to be, okay, I got to be ready to play just like I'm the starter, knowing that you might not even play at all? How difficult is that?
Yeah, it can be difficult, but I'm going to approach it in a way that I'm going to try and make it as easy as I can. But obviously, it's going to be hard because you don't know when that time is. But I'm going to prepare myself like that time is going to come. That game, for example, and I'm going to prepare myself as best I can to be ready to go whenever it does happen.
One of the things we've seen and I've heard is you have a willingness to let it go, to let it fly if it's there. Where have you always sort of been like that? I mean, you don't really have any sort of conservative nature in terms of chunking it downfield.
Yeah, I think I've always been like that. You know, I'm not afraid to give our playmakers a shot. You know, I think especially with the guys we have, you know, it's just it's another opportunity if you put the ball in the right spot and let it fly like I like to do. Like, you know, obviously I think it's just, you know, better chances, better probabilities for us to have success. And so that's something that I've always kind of been, I guess you'd call it a gunslinger or whatever, but I think it's definitely something I'm proud of and I'm going to stay doing.
How much did the bowl game do for your confidence?
It was huge. The bowl game was definitely huge for my confidence, and I think it definitely helped project kind of, you know, where I was headed in spring ball and then in fall camp, obviously, and then it kind of overlaid. But you know, I think as we were talking about earlier, you know, I got a lot to prove, and so I think it helped me just prove kind of who I am as a quarterback and what I can do.
What have you seen from Peyton in camp, specifically as he's grown, and what does he mean to you in your development?
Yeah, you know, Peyton's had a great camp, and it's been huge for me just to be able to be with him and watch him, and from the experience he has, you know, I've just been able to learn a lot. And you know, when it comes to defensive recognition or, you know, ID in the front, whatever it is, you know, getting yourself protected, he's been able to, you know, help me out with that and allow me to grow alongside with him. And so that's been big for me, and it's been cool to see him have some success, and I'm excited to see what he can do. But yeah, he's been awesome.
So I would say the defense put together a good thing in the offseason of kind of just like some kind of like team bonding activity. So we just split the defense up in like I think it was like 5-6 teams, and like we did different events like maybe a basketball shootout tournament or a paintball. Like we did all those type of things, and like just to take a step aside from the facility and go out and eat with each other and actually have like real conversation with each other at a circle table, at a round table, and just talk to get to know one another. That's what's kind of built the biggest relationship.
One of the buzzwords this fall has been energy. And how does it bring it every day with Durkin and all those guys on the field?
It's needed. That's what makes defense. Like you can't go play defense being flat. You can't go play defense without having the energy you need to go on the field and make plays, sustain plays. So you need the energy. And when you don't have it, or if I don't have it one day, then you need to be able to look to the person next to you. They need to be able to light the flame for you, because it's not just a one person thing. It's everybody.
Henry, video, please.
Okay. Sorry, doing with Austin kind of banged up, who are some of the younger guys or other guys that can step up in that room and take more linebacker field?
I'd say, yeah, not younger guys, but yes, younger guys too. But what I'm thinking about right now is Rob Widger and Fanaje. They've been really good so far. They've been really good. It really keeps you really like. With a room this talented, you really keep you on your toes. Like you can't go out there and just like feel like I'm gonna take this day off, I'm gonna slack this day, because like your spot will get taken. Like all the people in the room can play. I know DeMarcus has been really good recently, and it's been something I've been proud to look at and everything. But those are the people I would say like with him being up right now. Well, actually, those people being up right now.
What stands out to you about DeMarcus and just what he brings to the table for y'all?
Can you say it again?
DeMarcus, yeah, what stands out about him?
Yeah. This one's not. If that's speaking to this one. So how's it been handling with the heat down here?
I done got adjusted to it now, so I just hydrate a lot because I sweat a lot. Walking anywhere, doing anything, but no, it's been an adjustment I had to get used to. But especially coming from up north, where I mean it got hot up there in the summer, but just a different type of heat. I think first day of camp, my steps was getting light. I started seeing stuff like I done got adjusted to it though.
Your name's been brought up a lot as one of the leaders of the receiver room.
Yeah.
I mean, coming in, how big has that been for the young kids and for yourself?
I feel like it's been a transition that I was kind of ready for. I kind of was a leader at my old spot, and then to me just being an older guy, I graduated college. I'm a 5th year guy, and I feel like it's been a good experience for me, and a big challenge that I was ready for. Taking we got like 5 freshmen in the room, and then so it's just a young room. and you got me, Rob, Sam. You got a few older guys. So I think it's been a good challenge, but I was ready for it, and it's been great.
What have you kind of told the 5 freshmen when they ask for advice?
Man, I tell them, give them little points. Probably get the most advice you would say to Perry. We had the Z together. He's probably around me the most during practice, but just little stuff like technique. If he have a drop pass or if he have a not so good day at practice and he's feeling a little down, just trying to keep him, stay positive. I told him my first few years of college, I was going to get Joey Porter, and I had days where I felt like I wasn't even meant to be in college. So I'm like, but you'll get over it. Every good day, every bad day come to an end. Every good day comes to an end. But I mean, just helping them with little mental stuff like that. Whether it's that technique, little stuff. I help everybody.
Talk about that transfer process for you. You could have gone pretty much anywhere you wanted. Why did Auburn stick out as a destination for you?
Once again, I think I say this a lot, but Coach Davis, Coach Heath, Coach Mo, Coach Freeze, just the staff in general. You come to a spot where they throw the ball, coming from a run. Yeah, but you just coming from a spot like that, and then having the opportunity to come to a staff where they got 4 guys on the staff who take pride in throwing the ball and getting the receivers open, drawing up plays for the receivers. So I mean, that kind of got my attention, I would say, and then just the relationship, how genuine Coach Davis made me feel, and his wife, I met his kids. And then the town, I feel like it was a nice town. I wanted to come down south. I knew I wanted to come to the SEC and play. And it was just a great opportunity, like I said, be an older guy, come help younger guys learn, and before they become who they're about to become. And it was just a great opportunity overall.
How's your ankle?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm out there 100%.
The leadership role, just how do you feel like being in that sort of role, and especially guiding these these 4 young receivers with a lot of potential? What do you feel like that's brought out of you, and how do you feel like that's kind of impacted your growth as you've kind of settled into a new program?
Yeah, so I would say it probably impacted me the most as far as my mental aspect. I've been working on my mental since freshman year as well, and I even tell them I still got to figure it out all the way. But when you got guys who most likely look up to you and expect you to be the same guy every day and keep that energy, I'm a big juice guy. I got a lot of energy, so if I don't got energy at the slightest, it's now they Perry asking me, you good? And I don't like when a younger freshman asks me my deal. I'm like, yeah, it's great. I'm good. So it just challenged me to be consistent in my habits and my approach to practice every day, and just those little things like that. So I'll say they're probably the biggest challenge.
What's your relationship like with Peyton? I guess what kind of went into building that relationship once you got here?
Yeah, me and Peyton, we're growing closer day by day. He wants me to come communicate to him more. We live in the same neighborhood. We go out together sometimes. So I mean, that's been great. And what was the second part to it?
Just what kind of things helped you build that relationship with him?
Just getting up. Whether it's days after practice where we throw more routes, or it's off days where we're not even there. But he calls us up, probably come here at 7 o'clock at night and just hit the turf when we're throwing routes. Me, him, 3 other receivers. So I mean, just stuff like that. And then after we've done that session, just chopping it up on the field for probably 45 minutes, just talking about his experiences at Michigan State and how we played them in the Big Ten. So I mean, that's been cool. And Peyton's a real smart guy, a real cool, genuine guy. And I like that about him a lot, and our relationship is going to continue to grow.
I guess you guys weren't going against each other, but is there anything you remember about playing against him, at Michigan State?
Yeah, I remember he gamed us. We went up there in the snow. That was my first snow game, and it was 4th and 30 or something, man. We would have got that stop, we probably would have won that game, or at least had a better chance. And then he threw it to Reed in the back of the end zone with a dot. And then I remember the year before that he came to Beaver, 2020 COVID year, threw for a good amount. Probably took us deep about 3 times, 2 post routes, nailer. So I remember those Michigan State matchups vividly. So I mean, yeah, we chopped up, joked about that a little bit.
You ever show him your throw you made against Auburn?
On the field, technical stuff in your game, where do you feel like you've been able to make improvements with Coach Thornton?
Coach Thornton had helped me out a lot. Just I was real good with my hands last year, and I needed my feet, and my feet had gotten way better. And getting low to high, I already have natural leverage. I'm 6'1", so it's
it helps me. He just tells me all the time I have natural leverage, so all my base blocks should be a win for me and stuff like that. So he just helped me improve the game, and like Gunnar Britton helped me and Connor Rue like last year, like get the knowledge of the game. Like when he left the knowledge with me and Connor. So now like the offense is like we just know it like this.
Braden, Coach Thornton rotated a bunch of guys last year on the offensive line, maybe more than usual. Did you notice that?
Yes, sir, I did. I see Jeremiah Tate, Connor got in, Tyler Johnson, they all played last year and stuff like that. I see how Coach Thornton, like, if he believes in you, he's going to rotate you in big games and stuff like that. So I feel like he believes in me to go out there and do my job.
How much are you looking forward to getting out there, for the first time?
Yes, sir. It's going to be great. Running out the tunnel is cool and all, but like I feel like when you go out there, it's gonna be the best feeling. And just my dad, this being his favorite team and stuff like that, just like I always wanted to play for Auburn just because that was his favorite team. That's why I looked up to my father and stuff like that. So I feel like it's gonna be a good time.
Braden, I believe when you committed, Coach Harsin was the coach.
Yes, sir.
Right? Recruiting wasn't necessarily going all that well.
Yes, sir.
But you stuck with it, and now you can see some of the talent come in. What was that process like for you? How do you feel about it?
Back to what I was saying about that article, I told him, like, I was reading the article when I committed, and I told y'all that, like, even if Coach Harsin didn't left, this is the school I want to be at. I didn't grow up here, but I moved here my junior year, so I feel like a good environment. Like, people knew me in high school, stuff like that. I just felt a big relationship with that, and like the guys Coach Freed brought in with that in a short amount of time. He brought in, me and Keldrick are real tight. Connor and Jeremiah Cobb. Me and Jeremiah Cobb was committed about the same time, so that's been my dog. So we all clicked, and we're all doing big things.
Braden, how would you sort of assess your development as it stands right now? Kind of where you feel like you're at?
I feel like my production has been great. Like I made a huge jump in the last 8 months, and I feel like spring was just a start. And fall camp, I got even better. Like just better with my technique wise and like my head, like just knowing what's gonna happen before the ball even snaps and stuff like that. Just building the IQ of the game. I feel like that was the biggest part for me. And then like losing weight and stuff like that.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
Your defensive players, you mentioned a couple of them just now. Joe Phillips, Malik, also in that group. You guys are all coming in together, playing the same side of the ball. Is there?
Yeah, it's I say it's a big chemistry with all of us. We all kind of like brothers. Like we all knew what we were all coming here for. And
knowing who I am and just proving
and it's just like we're all like together. Like we all compete every single day. We all trying to get with each other and go over our few plays and then we messed up all year practice. But it's us all coming in on the same side of the ball is kind of different. So.
When you haven't
Marcus, do you have individual goals? Anything specific that you want to accomplish or
that kind of can weigh on you a little bit. So I'm doing all that and doing what I can.
Year one, I just
I may not be completely correct, but 3 years
Coming
ago,
better
so
man,
there were some injuries, you kind of rose up into a top receiver role.
Try to earn my spot.
Just how much have you grown as a person?
One of the guys.
With me or just
And that's really about it. I mean, I didn't really come in when he goes. I mean,
how much, I guess, have
I
you
knew I was going to
grown
come in
last
freshman year
since first coming on?
thinking I'm probably just going to be on special teams, which I am.
I grew a good amount.
And I just want to come in and be one of those top guys.
Where's the leadership coming from on the defensive side of the ball this year from the players who's really stepped up?
Just trying to master the mental
I would say
football. It's hard, but I feel like I've grown a lot in that.
Although the defense side, but we have like a group of leaders like Keldrick Fall, Eugene, Jay Thompson, Anthony Champ, Anthony. I think some more guys. Keontae, J-Mac. Those are like our leaders on the team, and those they always have a meeting with Coach Derek about every other week or so, and they have meetings on like what they want to see and stuff like that. So like we have like a rule where we have to every day at practice we have to do 3 steps behind the line. In the game, it's if you're above, then you'll throw a flag, and so we kind of just like team that's on the ball. That was like some of our leaders.
You mentioned Keldrick being one of those guys, second-year player.
Oh yeah.
What's different about him? What's special about Keldrick?
Keldrick, he's
I
talked to him last when I was getting recruited here. I was trying to get close to him, just ask him how he did it, how he managed, to get here. And Kendrick, he stepped up a lot. What about her?
He has to like give
Actually, one of the best leaders.
just give us a heads up.
Get a lot of ticket requests from Chilton County.
Just literally.
Yeah, I got family and friends and all over the place back home asking for tickets to come to the game. I'm working on it. I'm doing my best I can. So.
Marcus was at the very last week. My buddy out in Colorado loves that dude. Everything last year and even this year. It's pretty good stadium. It's like pretty crazy. Picture from y'all two started a domino effect.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. We still talk about this. Like Big Cat Weekend, we were talking about how like we felt like 2 months ago we were there, and now we're actually sitting there recruiting. And actually this year we just had a big, a big couple flips, and that was actually we actually like started a trend going on. So hopefully we keep it going. So.
Yesterday, Coach Burns told a great story about Jarquez on special teams and just how enthusiastic he is to be out there. As a younger player on the team, is it meaningful to see someone who's the starting running back and a veteran like Jarquez Hunter still giving his all on special teams?
It is exciting to see. Like we see it I see it every day, and it's kind of like getting me to the point like I need to be like that. Like I need, you know, to get my energy up and stuff like that. I do like seeing that like from Jarquez.
Great stuff. Appreciate it.
Hey, Mark, my wife went to Chilton County High School.
She did.
Years ago, yeah. I got, you know where Liberty Hill Baptist Church is? It's kind of out of the sticks.